Good morning, everyone. It's about 6:40 in the morning, and time for our weekly update. And it's still light enough, so that makes me happy. Start up here with the hot pepper bed. That's doing pretty well. This volunteer tomato is really starting to take off. And this pepper plant that's had no peppers forever, looks like it's an ancho. It finally started some. This tiny little habanero has actually doubled in size in the last week. So I guess he's starting to take off. That volunteer tomato plant is really starting to spread out quickly. Okay, so this one and those two are all habanero plants, doing just fine. And this one's got a lot on it. The other two are just got a few little guys, but I'll have way too many of those. And based off the way these tomatoes are setting, it's going to be a cherry tomato. Don't know if it's going to be 100% the Texas Roadhouse or if it's a different cherry tomato. Never know with volunteers. This Peter pepper plant is starting to put on a whole bunch of peppers. So, I guess it's just a slow starter. I actually ate one of those last night. Very sweet and hot flavor. This one, I don't know what it is, but look at all those peppers. Scotch bonnet maybe, or the Jamaican. Maybe I'll look these up. Look at pictures of them. This mole plant has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's starting to put on some extra too. It had 4 for the longest time, and that was it. And this is another, I don't know what it is, plant. This one grows a little different than the bonnet, so I don't think it's the bonnet. I don't know. But as expected, I'm going to have a lot of hot peppers. And actually this dirt isn't the best, so hot peppers might be the thing to grow here. This plant I still don't think has any peppers. So, still don't know what that is. Looks healthy, no peppers. And this one looks like it's going to be an ancho also. I think that's the first peppers it's put on. And you got bell pepper there. Bell pepper there growing in a bunch of weeds. I've been actually keeping up with the weeds this year. Kind of proud of myself on that one. Probably the best I've ever done. This is the bell pepper. Had a wicked storm come through. Only lasted like 10 minutes last night, but it had some bad winds. It'll be interesting to see if everything survived. Haven't had a lot of bell peppers starting yet. I don't know if that's from the lack of sun or just because I started late and I'll still get some. There's one there. But the plants don't look bad. Just not getting any peppers yet. A lot of dew on here because it's early in the morning. Here's one there. If you can see that or not. More bell peppers. I believe this is an habanero back there. I had a whole bunch of habaneros, so just threw them where I could. The raspberries looking green and healthy. Just not a lot of raspberries. Do have some. Not nearly enough. So I'm hoping the August batch will have a lot more. I guess these old vines I can just cut out now. So I guess these put on. The first time they come around, they put the raspberries on in August, and then they come back in the spring, start spreading the cane, and then put a few on in the spring. And hopefully I'll get a lot this August, but I've never been successful with raspberries overly. And one single ancho or mole on this one, huh? Wow, something ate it. I have never seen something eat a pepper in my garden before. Huh. That's odd. And then the pepper plant that's just stuck in here. It's not going to grow anything. That's okay. Rabbit. Deer were traveling in the field across the street this morning, so hopefully they're not coming this way. Oh, yep, there's one right. I don't know if you can see him. There's about 6 or 7 of them. That must be the straggler. Okay, go back to over here. Let's see, jeez, I don't know what's going on with my camera. There we go. Okay, so then you got the turnips here. Cleaned out some of the weeds over here, but these things aren't edible anymore. I mean, if you take them out, they're, I don't know. It's a shame I wasted them. They've just been in there too long. All these green onion seeds. This pepper plant. Not sure what it is yet. No peppers. Harvested my red potatoes. Didn't get a lot. Only like 2 big peppers from each one. But I did add in some sweet potatoes. I think 4 of them. I'll show you one came up so hard. That's it. All those Peter peppers on that plant. A bunch on that one. I think this might be a bell pepper. More Peter peppers. So that's the problem when I start too many plants of one kind. I don't have the heart to get rid of them. I just end up with way too many peppers. This ancho plant, I mean, look at that. I'm afraid the branches are going to break on this one. It's doing extremely well. I need to try to support it more, but I just don't know how. It's so heavy. Some more ancho peppers there. My lettuce going to seed. Flowers are just starting to form. So I'll let that go and volunteer again for next year. Cayenne pepper plant has not done overly great this year. I got that one, and I got that one. But neither one really took off. And this guy is making a bunch of whatever it is. Get this guy. Which I thought was a reaper, but it apparently is not. But it's starting to put on a whole bunch of peppers. Got my volunteer carrot. This might just be one I missed last year because it's already starting to put on flower head. So and that's the only one I have, so I doubt I'd get any seeds. I didn't get any last year, so I don't know why this would be any different. This is the same as the other one I thought was a ghost pepper, but it's not. And this one also. So I got a whole bunch of I don't know what they are. This ancho pepper starting to turn red, which I don't know. I think that means it becomes a poblano. Red potato that started way late. Look at all the holes in those leaves. Something enjoys them. Doesn't hurt them. So I don't worry about it. There is the sweet potato that came up. That's pretty cool. Never had sweet potato before. And I got this monster pepper plant. And it is, oh, this has a bell pepper in front of it. Makes it look a little bit bigger than what it is, but it's still pretty big. Scotch bonnet maybe. It is putting on some big ones. Whatever it is, I'm going to have a lot of those. Okay, this one looks like an habanero to me. And starting to put on a lot of habaneros. Should be nice and orange under there soon. I know that's an habanero. That's a bell pepper. The cucamelon's spreading quite nicely. Got no cucamelons yet on that one. I got the one beet that grew. Starting to bulb up some. I'll eat that soon. Okay, here's that guy there. That there. And there. Believe those are all cucumbers. That one might be zucchini. I'm pretty sure they're all cucumbers. The tomato plants are coming back to life except for that one. This little guy there. That one's looking real healthy. And the jalapeno plant here, I've actually been eating jalapenos off of. Got a few more going. It's not very big, but got something out of it. And this little strip here is going to be carrots. You can see them, but there's a couple carrots that have sprouted up. So, I believe that's a bell pepper plant. And my carrots. I accidentally pulled one out and it's about 4 inches long. So, get a snack out of there. The raspberries. This one's got a whole bunch up top. So there's hope, but that's a nice height for the birds to get it to. Got the kale. It's basically rabbit food. He gets 1 or 2 of those a day, sometimes 3. Nothing in the middle here. And these, I believe, are 2 habanero plants. Anything I get out of that will be a bonus. Okay, this volunteer tomato plant. I'm not going to get much off of that. That's okay. It's the last thing I need. But look at this flower sets. And then a couple raspberry canes that spread back here. Slow wilting cilantro, not doing great. Still growing. There's the Peter pepper I tried last night, as far as I got. Heat kicked in right away. It's a really weird heat. Sweet pepper, but then hot. And I don't know, very odd. Eggplant. It won't grow any this year. We're saving that for next year. Swiss chard that's never taken off. Any Swiss chard, I guess. The only basil that sprouted. Should transplant some, but I don't know. Looks like this jalapeno plant did not have a good night, so I'll try to stake that up later. I'm buried in the cucamelon. Mine's is another jalapeno. Still can't believe my lemon tree died. Okay, here's my other Swiss chard in the pot. I'm doing a little better. It's weird how there's 2 different varieties. No matter how differently the leaves are. Okay. Alright, in the pumpkin patch. Got some pumpkins growing. Not really sure what any of them are, but this guy's looking pretty good. I have to pick him soon. There, I have no idea what those are. They don't even look like pumpkins. This one looks really good. And apparently this is a different variety. Got a couple more here, so that's cool. These will be used for decorations on Halloween. I am there. It's pretty cool. Didn't get a whole lot. I don't get a lot of sun here. It's only a few hours a day. Tell you all this, there's almost nothing growing in there. I do have this guy, which must be the Casper. but it doesn't look much like a pumpkin. That was kind of weird. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing in that mess. And this volunteer plant, probably the worst I've ever had, because it's grown nothing, doesn't look healthy. Not really sure what the deal is. So, alrighty, let's go over to the main garden. Okay, here's the main garden. Here is the cucamelon jungle. Finally starting to get some off of there. I do not know what's up with my camera today. I do apologize. Been picking plenty out. They're all over the place. Growing up the vine, along the ground here. I'm sure there's plenty. I need to come out here and pick again. It's been a few days. It's kind of like a sour cucumber. Nice little snack size. Easy to pack. Here's the ancho. Again, not great dirt, but hot peppers grow anywhere. I'm telling you. Other than that one I found partially eaten this morning, nothing bothers them. Okay, this is my ghost pepper for sure. Take you around here. Sorry, my camera is just. They're in here. There you go. Finally starting to get a bunch. As hot as they are, I don't need many, so if this is the only plant that makes them, I'll be okay. Cucamelon. Growing like ground cover. This is a bell pepper. And somewhere in here is another pepper plant. I don't know what those are, but it's not going to do much more. I should cut those leaves off. You can see them or not, but the bees are already working this morning. Here's the massive pumpkin patch. I did pick the first yellow one to eat it, see what it was like. Got a video I'm making of that. Hopefully I have that ready probably today too. Here's one there. I think I'm actually gonna let these grow as if they're a hard squash. Although they would be just fine as a summer squash from my little experiment. Back there. Another one back down there. And little guy starting there. This is the weirdest thing, how it grew right next to another pumpkin. God, my camera is just weird today. As for the real pumpkin, only got one. But what a pumpkin it is. I mean, it's hard to tell on camera, but thing's ginormous. It is starting to change color, so I guess it's done. But that's probably the biggest pumpkin I've ever grown. A little disappointing, I only got one pumpkin, but that's a big one. Here's green beans. Just put on 0 beans with the cucamelons. I'm starting to think the cucamelons might affect other plants from growing, so I'll contain it to its little area over there next year. I believe that's a bell pepper there, as is that one. A little volunteer tomato plant. Starting to put a few tomatoes on. Some growing there. Big batch getting ready there. And my second planting of zucchini is doing really well. got hammered in the beginning, but might be perfect timing if it keeps going, because I'm still getting some off of this zucchini plant, and we don't need a ton. I'm giving plenty away. None on here this morning, but I just picked them yesterday. Not bad for growing next to the maple tree and whatever the heck this thing is. Anybody knows, let me know. These are the seeds it makes, which are really cool. But I have no idea what it is. I got plenty of seeds if it's anything good. Okay, then the cucumber. Looks like it's coming to the end of its life, but man, did I get a lot of cucumbers. Still some growing. Don't know if they'll finish, but I've actually gotten a lot of rain this summer, so I don't see a whole lot growing right now, so maybe that's at the end of its life. Hopefully the other ones will pick it up soon. And we got the jalapeno plant. That one's got some on it. This one a little bit behind. Okay, let's take you into the bird netting. First we can do the butternut squash here. You can see Swiss chard growing there too, but there's a butternut. Again, it's been like 5 years since I've planted butternut. It just keeps coming back every year. Mostly from the butternuts we don't eat that we just throw out here. Nice butternut there, nice butternut there. So honestly, that's going to be enough for us if it ends up surviving my son playing basketball out here all the time. Alright. I do not know what is going on with this thing. Okay, there's another Swiss chard. The rabbit enjoyed one morning. Beefsteak tomatoes are not looking bad. And I've been actually doing the trimming of branches and everything else. So I think that's probably helped. I'm getting a lot of beefsteaks, they're just not getting overly big. I did have one big one on one. There it is, that guy there. That's the biggest one. But the plants aren't getting very big. Tomatoes aren't getting very big. But I guess I'm happy with what I'm getting. Here's another butternut. And here's a Texas Roadhouse cherry tomato, which is starting to really just take over everything, and it's going to be hard to keep up with it soon, but yeah, I'm getting plenty of tomatoes now. That one back there too. I'm not going to bother going back there and showing you, but maybe I'll go back and show you the Swiss chard back there. And there's a big butternut there, and another. I think this was a volunteer one. I'm sure it's going to end up being the cherry tomato. Okay, I got this Swiss chard back here, so I wanted to show you this one. Look how nice and yellow that is. A beautiful plant. And some more cherry tomatoes back here. There's a nice little bunch of them. Okay, get back over there. Okay, another beefsteak plant here. If they're putting on big batches, you see those under there? It's just not getting very big, and I don't know, a few more would be nice. And there's this big one growing along with the cucamelons. And I did not notice this, but something. I did find a tomato hornworm in here the other day. That does not look like tomato hornworm damage. Maybe it is. Guess I need to see if there's another one. Yeah, I took them off and put them on the patio and went inside, and I think by the time I came out, a bird had enjoyed eating him because he was gone. That was my plan. But it's got one tomato. Oh, not two of them. I guess there were two of them. Two tomatoes right down there. That's it. It's a nice looking plant for only 2 tomatoes. Maybe the birds got the tomato hornworm that did that, damn it. Look at that. That's probably tomato hornworm poop, I guess. Oh, and there he is, right there. Found you, buddy. Looks like you're bird food. Okay. Just want to show you this real quick. Golden cherry tomatoes on that guy. Those look a little different. Those are not the Texas Roadhouse ones, so that'd be cool. Get a little different variety. I bet it's a Texas Roadhouse mixed with something. Okay, I think I'll take you inside and show you some of my harvest I've done. God. And wrap it up in there, but I mean, that's why we do this, is for the harvest, right? So I might as well show you what I'm getting. See you inside. Okay, here's some of my harvests I've gotten over the last couple weeks. This is the yellow squash that's growing outside. I cooked it, and I'll check out my video to see how that went. A bucket full of red potatoes here. Didn't get a lot. Got like 1 or 2 big ones from each plant, and then a whole bunch of little ones, even though the plants were dead, so they weren't going to get any bigger. A bunch of cucumbers. Probably giving away about 20 cucumbers. And then a bunch of zucchini. Probably giving away about 10 of those. Cucamelons. Probably eaten twice as many as I have in there. That's hot peppers. So ancho. And then you can see the difference between these peppers. This one grows nice and smooth. This one's got a tail on it, but it's not a reaper. And then this one doesn't get a tail. So I don't know what I have. And I also have the cayenne peppers. So anyway, that's just some of what I harvested. Hopefully I'll be putting a lot more of this in the videos. Alrighty, thanks for watching this week, and I will see everyone next week.